I will call my priest to bless my seeds. You do it in the Bible. So that is the opening prayer of the year. Okay, from the kakaya. God will derobe them very soon. Amen. But they can go for picnic. They can go for carnival of the year. They can do party of the year. And then when souls are gathering, they are talking about economic value, safety, and security. What is economic value? What is safety? What is security? Were they not at people when people were not at home when fire destroyed their labor in Abo here? Did they not call them from home to come and rescue their shop and they died inside? You see, time has come for us to fight some arguments. But we don't give response to people who don't deserve. Like what many pastors are saying now. A pastor came online and said that the Catholic Church is calling that stupid thing Holy Communion. That little stupid thing. I refuse to respond to such a person. Because you can't just, no need. There is no point. Responding to them is creating their relevance. It is left for you to call the Blessed Sacrament stupid or not. But for me, if God is blessing me, look at the source. And I see blessings all over me. And look at the source. So I don't need to begin to crack my brain over pastors or priests or even reverend fathers who cajole people who go to prayer, who fight their CWOs when they say they want to go for prayer. You don't stand on the altar and tell people of God what is opening prayer. You don't try that rubbish. Opening prayer is opening prayer, which you say every day you gather. If you belong to any society, before anything, opening prayer. Any meeting, opening prayer. If you meet every year, every week, every month, you keep saying opening prayer for each meeting. You don't say that the opening prayer you made on the first prayer meeting day is okay. Anyway, we don't blame such people. The reason is that the atmosphere and the structure gives them the voice. Personally, there are some statements I will hear. If I'm in charge, I will summon you and send you to monastery. To go and rethink, to go and know the right thing. Because when you feed people with wrong feeding, it's not because we are into prayer. No, it's not because I'm into prayer. We are talking about sound theology. If people want to gather to go and pray in St. John, let them go and pray. If the leader of youth said, let the youth gather at St. Timothy for opening prayer, and the parish priest is okay with their gathering there, permits them, let them go and do opening prayer. But don't tell me that the crossover night is enough opening prayer. No. Don't tell me that the adoration you did at the Vigil Mass is enough opening prayer. I don't understand where that connection is coming from. Are you pitying people's pockets? Are you pitying those who go to Onitsha every day plying the road for greener pasture? It is better I die seeking God than I die looking for Boroko. So you see why I'm giving you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prayer points for the year. It is not left for you to know that these prayer points will guide you. It will guide you. Make sure you do opening prayer. Opening, beginning of the year prayer, do it before you begin your business. Before you begin your studies, which they did now in the university today. They have prayed and said, God, into your hands we commend all the activities of this year. Whatever we did last year, we thank you. In any way we offended you, we ask for mercy. Please take charge of all we do this year. Whether it is CWO, whether it is CMO, whether it is CYON, whether it is Sacred Heart, every group must gather in their parishes, in their centers, based on the structure of the organization to say what we call opening prayer to dedicate the year to God. Your family, if I'm a man and I have a wife and children, we must do it together. And if my children are around, we may do it 3 days. Even if it's chaplet or rosary. We gather and say, for this year, Chukuya Chemen, Ya Dumeni. Ya Yeneka. Don't begin to travel to do your business without having the opening prayer for your business. Don't let anybody deceive you, even though they are wearing white garments. If you are a teacher, even before you begin to go to class to teach the children, this is a new year with a new grace. Have a special opening prayer for the year with your students in that class. If you go to many Catholic schools today now, as they are resuming, there must be an opening mass of the Holy Spirit. Even in the seminary where we receive annual beginning of the academic section, the archbishop will come and celebrate mass for us. Yes, before the school started, we celebrated crossover. We had adoration for the year. We had vigil mass for the year. We shot knockouts for the new year. Oh. And then somebody is saying, is the crossover adoration not enough for a group? And then they are considering the people's pocket. But these are the same people, when they come to Sunday Mass, they will give 28 offertories. You are not considering their pocket. You are not considering their pocket. These are the people you charge what to offer in Thanksgiving, including carton of altar wine. We have their histories. Just because they want to make caricature of prayer, and people like us who are into ministry, they say, what are they looking for? What kind of prayer is that? That the mass we did at VG Mass is enough opening prayer of the year. Is that not stupid? Coming out from a man of God. Then what is the essence of morning prayer? Why do you go to confession that you did not do your morning prayer? If the prayer we said is okay, why are we doing it in memorial, in remembrance? Why continuity? So you should be strong. I know why I'm saying it for those of you who may have been cajoled that you are going for prayer, you are going for this. Gone are the days. You know the funniest thing? Such people who do this are only attacking the Catholics. Because the Catholics are going for a Catholic prayer in a Catholic center. The same people are those who own friends who are doing cake. And they will tell them, I'm coming, we have something special prayer with our family. But it's okay, when you go back, you call me. Anyhow. One with the platform to talk. So you see these 8 points I've given to you. Don't joke with it. We are in a very dangerous age where if you don't take time, they will quench your fire. Don't let them quench your fire. If I had obeyed them many years ago, I won't be where I am today. And I still thank God that I still pray. And I will continue to pray till I die. And even when I die, one of my prayer points, which I've been saying since 20 years ago, is that let my corpse pray. Let God permit my spirit to move about sometime. There are those who deserve to be slapped before I go to heaven. Because Jesus Christ appeared to many people. Me, I want to appear too. There are people that I must appear to. And the reason for appearing is to put an end to their evil perpetration. Never you try that again. I'm gone, oh. I'm gone. I'm gone. But those who are behind me, never you. Bam! Iye na yo na rumaka. Agamenye chuku ekene. Iye na yo na rumaka. Agamaturu ya mama. I'm not telling lies. When Jesus died, he appeared to many people. His appearance confirmed their faith in him. There are people that we must discipline. If you pray like that, it will happen to you. My prayer point is that if I die before my spirit, before I will queue, before my judgment, let God allow that spirit to do something. I pray I do not visit you. Because I mean, it's only the way we want in Mayhill. My Owanta king. When the spirit slaps you, only God knows the repercussion. And whatever that happens when the spirit will slap anybody, let it happen. He said, take the child back, for Herod and those who are planning to kill the child are dead. There are people that need to go away from your road. The more they are staying there, the more they must go away in the name of Jesus. Matters not concerned. What kind of concerned citizen are you? Agent of the devil. You don't quench let me tell you, the more you pray, the more you have a relationship with God, the better for you. The more you like God, the better for you. The more you can let go the things of the world and follow God, the better for you. The more you can allow the rain to meet you to follow God, is better than for you. The more you can spend your money in the search of God, not by giving any pastor, by creating a way for you to have avenue to go to Jerusalem and worship God there, the better for you. You are pitying people's economy when you extort them in your church. You are pitying them because of transport fare. When you extort them in the church and you are selling apple and mango. You are pitying them so that they will not die of accident. When they still travel for their businesses. So, if you can write the prayer point of today, write it down. But do not allow anybody to mock you because you are seeking God. As long as you are genuine, that is the point. The genuineness. A woman who is crying for prayer knows what she is passing through. Not you that is enjoying their free gift. A woman whose children could not come home cries to God early of the year to say, God, because you know. A woman whose daughter is barren all through last year with all her prayer and faith, today wants to call on God this year, say, God, oh, because you know, I need this thing for my daughter. A young lady who thought that by last year she will get married, everything somersaulted, nothing happened, should run to God early this year and cry. There is power that follows early encounter. Early in the morning, Jesus Christ will go and see the face of God. Early of the year, you seek God for that year. Anna, early in the morning, Anna went to pray when others were still sleeping. She was the first to knock at the door of God among all the congregation, except the prophet who was already seated on the altar. And then somebody is telling you you have prayed January 1st. Is it that prayer with knockouts and excitement? That means that you should carry belly immediately? In as much as God answers our prayer through blessings, He wants us to talk to Him with faith, specifically. Daily bread. Is somebody getting my point? Please, what I'm trying to is that don't allow anybody to seduce you out of your faith. They will mock you for seeking God. They will call you miracle seeker. You know, this is personal. Now, when they hear, go they tell people outside, say, no, but they give me million, no. Because many of you have been attacked because they feel that you are the one giving Father Dibie a million. Some of you have been attacked because they feel that you go to this ministry to give Father Dibie a million. And in the parish, you are not giving anything. So when they hear that Father Dibie gave 10 million here, 5 million here, they will say, no, they give them to me. No, when they give them, no, say, Fabi. Let me tell you about God. You can walk in a place for God and the answer comes from somewhere else. God is a rewarder of good deeds. God does not work with geographical locations. So where God is paying me my salary from is the bank of heaven, not the bank of Funawende here. If you calculate what you drop here every month, you know what you put. So if Father Dibie gives million, you tell me that it is this money. It's not this one here. This one is for Diesel and for Bob. That one is coming from bank of heaven. Where it is coming from, nobody can stop it because nobody knows it. It's not a human ladder. Oyimili. So who they verse? Make it not verse because of parishioners. Not verse because of parishioners. Because the parishioners not be there and they pay the salary. Where the account day, now invisible bank called Bank of Heaven, is heavily loaded there. Unfortunately, it is one but can answer many names. It can answer Naira, it can answer dollar, it can answer Dutchman, but it is one. It can change. How dare you say what is opening prayer? Even in the sacrifice of the Mass, there's opening prayer. How dare you say what does it mean by opening prayer? Why should CW gather in so a place, say they want to gather for opening prayer? How dare you say that? Who are you? On what authority? Who is your master? Opening prayer is different from prayers. That is why it is called opening prayer. There are many prayers, but when it is opening is different from other prayers. The Mass is a prayer, but in the Mass there is opening prayer. You are thinking of the pulses of people. But when it comes to your territory, you extort them. You make them. You don't even give them anything. And then you are killing yourself over somebody's headache. Let this message get to them because I know it must get to them. I'm not going to tolerate any nonsense. You see this year, Onyon will his own plan. So there is this step many of us are making this year with a plan under the control of the mind, filled with the Holy Spirit, with faith that brings about action and expectation and charity. Never you, like if your husband is angry with you, you they pray. Please obey him and change strategy. Don't stop praying. You need prayer this year. When you are prayerless, you become a chewing gum. If you are prayerless, you become a chewing gum in the mouth of the devil. Ekbere amaka. Ekbere in one of my musical albums. I told you that every music I played was based on what criticisms I had. Response. Oli sedube mo, kamje ekbere, ewoli sedube mo, ekbere bulemo, onwe buenwo keto rekane, ekbere bulemo. Oli sedube mo, kamje ekbere, ewoli sedube mo, ekbere bulemo. Let me tell you, if you are sick at home, that is where you need to go for prayer. Don't tell me, oh, I can't go for Mass in my parish because I'm having headache. It is because you don't understand what prayer is. That is why you use sickness as an excuse why you will not go for prayer. Yes, you go. Develop faith. But I'm going to Mass. That when I receive communion, that yoke must disappear. You go, I'm purging, poison I ate. As you are going to Mass, carry tissue paper. Carry tissue paper. Because you are purging. And you are going because only God can heal me. And because you know you are purging, you don't know what you ate that has destroyed your system. Sit by the door. When any You go. When you finish, rush back again and sit there and say, God, you see what happened now. This is what I've been passing through in my house. It is safety to be in the house of God. Stand on your feet. Lift up your hands. Heavenly Father, we thank you. Niwe ya si oye ya kuku